Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And we have something very different for you today. If you watch a lot of channels, you'll know that some people like to do reviews of different cell blocks. We're going to do something...
In prisons, obviously, is what we're talking about. So, no, it's little cubes of their shells right here. So you have to get a shelf review, basically.
So we're going to kind of do something like that. Very, very long ago, Ryan got me this wonderful gift, and it was this box full of different teas. This was from a company through Dryad Tea, who's becoming like really popular now. And I just want everybody to know that I've liked them for like 4 years.
What a hipster! Oh my goodness! No,
before they sold out of stuff, I was a fan. Okay.
This was chock full of. It was like hundreds.
It was like
of teas.
127. It was basically all the blends that they had at the time, and it was so much fun. I got a notebook and I like wrote notes about all the different teas, so that when I want to order more, like I know which ones I liked.
But when I got it for, I was like, they arrived in this really cool box, and I was like, hey, when you're done with that tea, I want that box.
It is. It's a super cool. So it is actually a storage solution for some of our very, very tiny games.
All right, let's crack open the lid, see what we've got inside here. All right, how about you go first?
Try to show them the inside of it real quick. No, the inside of that. Like,
just chock full of these little bitty games, which works great because otherwise you kind of have them just, I don't know, taking up a lot of space elsewhere on your shelves. So this was really great for us.
Okay, so this is Katana, and this is
Katana?
Katana, thank you. This is a two-person dueling card game. Oh my gosh, it is so much fun. I really loved it. The aesthetic of this, the the aesthetic of it is just absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed this one.
All right, Carcassonne, the dice game. Bought this
in the meeple shape.
Yeah, in the meeple shape. Bought this on a crazy, crazy sale for like $1 or $2. Not thinking I would like it, but just because it was a cute little tin. Ends up, it's actually kind of an interesting little roll and write that is very, very travel friendly. It comes with paper and pencil right inside the box there, and it's this metal little tin. It's cute. It's fun. It's very, 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 very simple. So we don't play it a lot, but it's fun to travel with us every once in a while.
All right, this is Alchemist.
And an Alchemist.
That's the one, maybe. Alchemist. We talk about how I don't say this. Anyway, this is a wonderful game. I love the artwork on this. So this is a game that I guess it's kind of like Splendor, but I hate Splendor, but I like this game. So go ahead and watch our review on this one where I go into depth about that. But I love this little card game. This is one that we take with us sometimes when we go on our day dates.
Puzzle Dungeon. This is a really super indie release. This is basically this little solo card game where you are fighting these different monsters and you have all these different symbols that you're trying to match up and things. I do not do a lot of solo gaming, right? When you're playing solo games, you're competing with a lot of other things like playing video games maybe, or watching TV, watching something on YouTube.
Books. You're competing with books.
Competing with books. You are competing with just reading a rule book to a multiplayer game, that I get to get set up for later. But this gets me every time. Every time you play, it's a different setup. There is so much replayability. It's a very easy setup, so it's got a very easy to jump into kind of a system. This is when I have some time to play a solo game. This is what I'm going to. I really enjoy Puzzle Dungeon.
All right, let's see.
We planned this out way ahead of time, as you can tell.
This is Herbaceous Pocket Edition.
Did you say the H in Herbaceous?
I might have. I probably
Herbaceous.
Herb. This is Herbaceous Pocket Edition, which it really is a pocket edition. Just let the people look at it, Bethany. So this is really fun. You're trying to get all these different herbs, and you're trying to draft them, and you only have 2 choices on your turn, either place in the middle or place in your thing. But if you place in your thing, when you take from the middle, you have to score. But the cards are like super tiny. This is another one that we've often taken with us when we go on our day dates.
All right, Phase 10. Now I know what you're thinking. This is a terrible game. Okay, well maybe. But first of all, that's why we hide it away in this box so no one can see it.
You don't mind it.
Now, truthfully, I actually don't mind this. There was a variant that I was taught called Phase 6 a while back, where you only play the first one to finish 6 phases, and they don't have to be in order. So ever since I learned that variant, this game has... I'm not going to say I choose it or anything like that, but when we play it with that variant, it is so much more palatable than the original Phase 10 in going in order and all that kinds of stuff. So I suggest Phase 6 as a variant.
So also on Board Game Geek, they're doing a bunch of stuff for Black History Month, and so he does a whole thing on the guy who designed this game. So you should definitely look that up. It's really cool. There's a ton of information about him.
It's awesome.
So just a little tidbit there. All right. We have Battle Goats Reinforced. This is just what it sounds like. People are fighting and you get goats to fight each other. So that's really fun. It's just like based on how strong they are and then the special abilities that they have. But you don't know where people are on your board. So you're like saying, I'm going to fight that one, but you're not sure where that one is or how strong that one is. So that is Battle Goats.
All right, I've got Sushi Go. There's lots of different editions. We have the super mega cheap cardboard box edition, but it doesn't matter because it fits all the cards in it needs to. Again, this is one that can travel really easily. Everything in this box can travel really easily, so I'm probably going to stop saying that. But the point is, this is a really, really simple, great, drafting game where you grab a card, pass the rest, grab a card, pass the rest, trying to make the most amount of points with this sushi meal that you're eating. It is wonderful. It is cute, and it spawned the Sushi Go Party Edition, which is another whole. It's very, very, very similar, but adds a whole lot of more elements. But as far as the bare bones, this gets you by. This is a lot of fun.
All right, next we have Abstract Academy, and this is where you are placing these different patches or these different like domino things of different colors, and you're trying to get them in certain ways to where you can score and your opponent can't score, but guess what? You're all playing on the same piece of artwork, so it gets really tricky towards the last couple of turns. That is Abstract Academy.
Ascension was one of the first deck building games that we had played, and I really enjoyed it, especially at a 2-player was my favorite player count. They actually made what they call the Apprentice Edition, which is a 2-player, condensed, small, shrunken down version of Ascension. As you can see, we got it on clearance. That's what the big red dot means. Thank you very much for putting that giant sticker on there, Barnes & Noble. Ugh. But the point is, really great deck builder in a really, really small package. It's, you don't have to bring with you the giant Ascension box. You just have this little travel-friendly one. But I wasn't going to talk about that, but here it is. Ascension's great. This is a great 2-player edition. Again, it's simpler, it's condensed, but it's available for you.
All right, next we have Fly. This is along those Paco Games line, which are all just in like a gum size box. So in Fly, you have all this like picnic table or picnic laid out sort of, and there's all these different flies on it with different shapes and colors. And what you have, if you have this fly sorter that's as big as this box, and you have to go a little over and like drop it so it lands on your stuff as you're trying to collect sets. This is really funny because I don't consider myself a very dexterous player, but I always play really well against Ryan because he thinks too much about it.
Yeah, I'm like strategizing, like I'm like testing the wind.
When we're inside.
Yeah, and I'm like dropping this precisely and then just like way
Yeah.
off.
And then I just go boop and I like get stuff. So don't think too much.
All right. Uno, this is another mass market game, but you know what? We play it with some variants that make it really, really hilarious and fun.
Yes.
We add a couple of things. I know you're not supposed to stack the draw twos. Well, we do. Guess what? It's hilarious. And then also we add a doubles function. If you ever play, someone can basically jump in on a rule where, let's say, someone plays a 7 of a yellow 7. If someone else has a yellow 7 in their hand, even if it's out of turn order, they can jump in. As long as they jump in before the next player who would have gone in plays, they're able to jump in, which we call...
And then the play starts
back from them. So it kind of like, it jumps all over the board. You're not playing this necessarily in a circle. Adds a real-time element to it, and it takes away some of the luck factor of the game and makes it a little bit more about speed, which makes it very, very, very silly and interesting. We don't play to the full 500 points because that would take forever usually, but it's a way to make a mass market game into a really, really good time that we can play with even with gamers.
All right, we're getting down to the wire, guys. So this is Dig. This is another Paco game, and this is really cute. You're like, there's all these different bones and your dogs that trying to get, it's a set collection thing again, about trying to get, not set collection, you're trying to get the bones closest to the doghouse because they'll score more in a certain order as you're collecting things as well. So you're collecting different bone colors, and then you're trying to get the bowls there. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get the bowls to the end to get the most colors, and the order they are determines how many points they are.
All right, The Market. This is a pocket game. As you can see, it's actually called The Market, a pocket game. It just comes with this really nice little sleeve. And it's just a really, really simple resource gathering game. You're trying to fulfill these cards. But the victory points in this game are hope, not just like points.
Yeah.
And I love that. It's just such a sweet little thing. Like you're gathering hope. You're trying to get hope to your people. And the world needs a little bit more hope. So I really enjoy The Market. Really quick, simple resource gathering game with hope. You the last one.
We have one left. This is Dutch Bliss. This is multiplayer solitaire. That's essentially what this is.
More or less.
Yeah, so I guess this just has, I mean, you can play this as just a regular deck of cards, or multiple decks of cards, but this just has everything in it for you, so you don't have to combine that, so you don't have to use your cards, but that's essentially what it is multiplayer solitaire. The first person to get out wins.
Yeah, this is a game that my family played growing up, and they got it for me, so now it's in my box.
Yeah. So that is one of our storage solutions for our super tiny games. We want to hear from you. What are some of your storage solutions for those odd-shaped games or those small games or those games that really just don't fit very well on the shelf? Let us know in the comments below.
You guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. We would love to hear from you guys. Also, on Facebook, we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. We are on Twitter at Ryan and Bethany1. On Instagram, we are at Ryan and Bethany. And on TikTok, the silliness never stops. Find us there at Ryan and Bethany. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.